Hi, I'm Ben, the Burnt Out Chef, and today we're making raspberry and white chocolate muffins. So, let's get started. In a large bowl, we're going to sift 220 grams of plain flour, 8 grams of baking powder, 8 grams of bicarbonate of soda, 3 grams of salt, 1 gram of and sift it all through into the bowl. Now, we're going to get a whisk together, make sure it's all combined. Good. Set that aside. So now, larger bowl, going to add 115 grams of butter and whisk it up until it's soft and fluffy. Now we're going to add 150 grams of light brown sugar and whisk that together so it's all nice and creamed together. Now, just give it a scrape down and all to get thoroughly combined and creamed together. When you're scraping, just scrape your spatula off of the beaters, because then it'll just all get beat back in. Another scrape, and that's what it looks like. Now, add 10 grams of vanilla extract, 120 grams of Greek yogurt or any plain yogurt, 1 egg, and another egg, so 2 eggs. And there it is. So now, we're going to whisk it all together again. And scrape it all down. Gonna get it all nice and combined. Make sure it's all thoroughly combined. That's all better. So now, I'm gonna sift in again our dry mix that we set aside earlier. I like to double sift it. It just means everything's definitely thoroughly combined and evenly spread out. And give that a whisk in again. Now we're gonna add 60 grams of milk. Then whisk that in again. Really simple. Once it's just all combined, give it a scrape down. Now add 100 grams of white chocolate chips and fold that through. Be rough with this part. But now we're going to add 120 grams of raspberries, whole. And when you're folding these in, you have to be really careful because they're very delicate. Or you'll just get like raspberry mush through your muffins, which isn't nice. So there. That's all nicely folded together. So now, I'm going to put 12 bun cases in the tray. Yeah, I know I'm fast. And now, using a metal spoon, we're just going to evenly split the batter between all 12 cases. And I've got quite fast at this as well. There we are, all evenly filled. Just 1 tamp down, any more and all the raspberries will sink to the bottom. We're going to bake for 7 minutes at 220 degrees Celsius and then reduce it to 180 for a further 15 to 20 minutes. Now it's time to start our jam. So, 450 grams of raspberries into a medium saucepan and mash them. Use whatever implement you want, I'm using a potato masher. Now, 400 grams of sugar and 12 grams of lemon juice. That's it. So now, I'm going to bring this up to just under simmer and give it a good mix. This is because we don't want any seeds in our jam, because it's for a filling. It'd be awful. So now it's just steaming. Oh look! Muffins are cooked. So, I take this out into a cooling rack. There we go. And now it's time to sieve our jam. So, let's pass it through. Get all of it out as plenty you can. And just smush it through. This will take about 5 minutes. You want to get as much of the pulp and juice as you can without getting any seeds into the actual bowl. And after you've cleaned your spatula off, Just scrape all the nice pulp off the bottom of the sieve, because that's a lot of what will help the jam set. So now, pour it back into your pan once you've given it a quick wipe, and put it back onto the hob. You're going to want to bring this up to a rolling boil and keep it there while stirring the entire time for 6 minutes. This should reduce it enough. Again, once it cools, it'll be a lot thicker. So what we're going to do, now it's reduced, is pour it into a low bowl or any tray, just help it cool down. Make sure you get it all out. So that's cooled for about an hour. Everything wants to be quite cold, but this can be a little tiny bit warm. So I'm just going to mix it together, and now I'm going to pour it out into a sauce bottle with a nice long tip on it. This is what we're going to use to fill the muffins. Again, scrape as much as you can out. Don't want to waste any of this really nice jam. And now, using a stick, we're going to poke holes into all of them. This just makes it a lot easier to filling so you don't crack the tops. And now we're going to give a good squeeze of jam into the middle of each one. You don't want anyone getting shorted on the jam. It's a really nice burst of flavour in the middle. There we are. Awesome. So now we're going to decorate with white chocolate. Now, I didn't realise this at first, but I didn't have my chocolate hot enough. I'd used it in a different recipe, and this was just the leftover, and I hadn't warmed it up enough. So it's not going well at the start. Then it got colder as it was going through. As you can see, some of the streaks are a bit thick. But I'd warmed it up a bit more, and I got the really nice ribbons coming off. So all in all, this took about 2 30-second blasts in a microwave just to get the chocolate melted. There's no point in using a bain-marie just for a little bit of decoration, it's just a waste of time. And this means I can leave it in the piping bag, so I'm not wasting all the plastic bags. But yeah, the nice little thin lines look really good. And they give a little bit of bite when you bite into it. So now it's the best part, taste test. So, I'm going to wrap it. They're absolutely delicious. Now, you don't really taste the cinnamon, but if you do it without, you really notice it's gone. They're absolutely amazing, and the jam in the middle just gives it an amazing burst of flavour that you don't always get from just fruit muffins. There you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Well, hope you enjoyed. Hope you try the recipe out and you'll love it. Please like, subscribe, it really helps me out. Thanks.